So your face is in that computer still, huh?
Yeah, my face is all up in this computer. Me and this computer are like this right now.
Yeah, I'm looking ragged. It's been a long couple weeks of just staring at a computer stream
of endless computering.
Rafi's Rambles, Rafi's Rambles, Rafi's Rambles.
Hola, you amazing artists! We're back, kind of, sort of. We've been in a computer limbo for the last few days, couple days, weeks, I don't know, time is just kind of... Obviously, you guys know from the last few videos that we decided that we were going to be heading out of Etsy, and after long deliberation and researching and stuff, we've decided what it is that we're going to do. So in this video today, we are going to cover our final thoughts on the whole thing so that we could leave all of this Etsy stuff behind us.
Hooray! Moving on with our lives!
Moving on! We're going to talk about our final move, what we decided to do finally, and what setbacks came with that, and why we're excited to move forward, why it is that we're doing it. We're going to talk about some alternatives that you could take if you decide not to go the route that we did. And also, we're going to cover what it is that we're going to do with our Etsy shop, because I have thoughts on that. There is a reason why we're not just closing down the Etsy shop. It has to do with marketing, it has to do with customers getting business to our website. So we'll talk about all that stuff. I have some final thoughts and Klee has some final thoughts. So Klee, you should actually come over here and be non-blurry for this video.
Oh, non-blurry.
Non-blurry Klee.
Here I come.
And if you guys don't know, this is what Klee looks like when she's not blurry. This is me looking like I am ragged and have been completely engulfed by computer website stuff, which I'm not a big fan of. First of all, I want to thank you guys for the overwhelming response that we have gotten on all the videos pertaining to Etsy.
How about it, dudes?
Yeah, we got a lot of responses from people that agreed with us. We got some responses from people that didn't agree from us. We got some responses from people that didn't agree with us and were just kind of jerkwads about it.
Haters.
You guys have all been amazing and awesome, and thank you so much. I've been trying to keep up with all the responses. We definitely do read them all. We may not comment on all of them, though. So one of the things I wanted to start this off with was Josh Silverman's response to the one article that the news media wrote about this whole thing that's going on. His response to them was, with any change, you get small pockets of discontent. That's to be expected. The overwhelming response that we've gotten on this, I don't know if this is a small pocket of discontent.
No, it's more like a cargo pocket where you can fit all your tools.
Yeah, or a fanny pack.
Yeah, it's a fanny pack of discontent.
Yeah, all right, Josh, that's a brilliant response. You basically minimalize the importance of this thing by saying, like, it's just a small pocket of discontent out there. It's all right. Everybody else will jump on board. I'm just moving forward when it comes to our business and what it is that we do. And I recommend to anybody that doesn't want to stick with these new policies with Etsy, that's what they think about. Either way, it's a good idea to not have all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah, as a rule of thumb, if I'm going to put eggs in a basket, it's going to be a basket that I made.
Yeah. So the last time we talked, I had mentioned that I was probably going to be using WooCommerce and Shopify, and I've changed my mind. I've decided that I'm just going to be using WooCommerce, that I'm not going to go the direction of Shopify because I don't need to.
I like WooCommerce because I get to be like, woo! Commerce.
Oh, goodness gracious. One of the things that I heard when it came to the comparison of the different platforms, and maybe this will help you because this is what helped me, was that a platform like Etsy is almost like a flea market or a craft fair where people are selling vintage goods and clothing and artwork and jewelry and different things like that. Like, it's a little craft fair that you could go to. Having Shopify is like having a space in a strip mall or at the mall. And having WooCommerce is like owning your own building where you have your business. With a craft fair, the organizers of the craft fair are the ones that set the rules, and they could kick you out or move your space wherever it is that they want to, whether it's at the top rung or the bottom rung.
Or you could show up one day and your table could be gone.
Yeah, exactly. And when you have a retail space at a strip mall, that's fine. You have much more control over your retail space and your business, but at the same time, the strip mall is owned by someone else who may decide to change policies or make you move or remodel or whatever it is that they decide to do. And obviously, when you own your own business, you are the one that is in control of your business and the policies and everything moving forward with it. Knowing that, that's where WooCommerce, I was like, yeah, that sounds more like where I want to head to. One of the things that originally deterred me from just doing my WordPress e-commerce site was money, because different plugins and extensions cost money. The cost for the WordPress business site and all the plugins and everything that I put in essentially will cost around $400 to $450 a year. Then I did a comparison to take a look and see how much it was costing us with Etsy. And how much was it costing us a year with Etsy with subscriptions and
I was
fees?
surprised. All in, collectively, it cost us $2,479.
Yep. Now, I'm not going to lie. When it comes to WooCommerce and when it comes to building your site, my site is on WordPress and I am pretty WordPress proficient. You need to be proficient in those things in order to build it. If you don't know anything about extensions or plugins and things like that, then it may not be for you. Although there are all kinds of tutorials and things all over YouTube to help walk you through the different processes, but it's not as easy or cut and dry as starting an Etsy shop or starting something on Shopify.
Definitely not. So it's basically like you bought your brick and mortar building, right? And your building comes with the bricks and mortar and basic electric and plumbing.
Yeah.
And then you have to pretty much do all the other things.
Yeah, you're doing all the other things. So that's what I related to just going through the experience that we've been going through. I had 360 items in my store and Klee had
167.
Yeah, so it's a combined 480 something pieces, and there was no way that I was going to go and edit every single one of those listings. So the plugin that we found was called Etsy Importer, and that cost $49. And let me tell you, totally worth it. For anybody that's thinking that you could loophole this, I spent 2 days trying to loophole it. 2 days. I wasted 2 days. Instead of just paying the $49, I spent 2 days trying to figure out every single way to get my items to move from Etsy to WooCommerce. That's my advice if you're deciding to move over, and that's for anybody that's already proficient at WordPress and WooCommerce and stuff. That being said, there were a lot of you that asked me what other alternatives are there to Etsy, and pretty much I can't give you personal experience, but I know that a lot of you commented with different alternatives that you use that work for you, and I'm going to list some of those off for you.
So some of the most frequently recommended sites that you guys were trying out and using were Shopify, Squarespace, Big Cartel, Store Envy. I heard someone mention Volusion.
Yep, Volusion.
And another community-based platform I heard mentioned was IndieMade.com.
Yep, IndieMade.com. There are plenty of blogs online where if you type in what are the alternatives to Etsy, you'll find different links to things. And what I suggest is you just go to them, find out whether or not they're a good fit for you. And also, you could always contact the people that are on there and ask them what their experience has been like. One of the reasons that I decided not to go that route is because when Etsy first started, it was such an awesome place. And honestly, a lot of you guys that disagreed with us commented and said, you know, I love Etsy. Etsy's always been phenomenal. Things got transferred over and different people were in control and other people got fired. And eventually it led to becoming what it is now. I want to have complete and utter control over my business to make my decisions. I don't want to get pushed down a rung because I'm not agreeing with company policy. I left corporate in order to do my own thing. You're still working for somebody, but you're actually working for yourself, but you're not really working for somebody because you're paying them. But really, it is kind of like you're working for somebody.
It's kind of like work from home for them.
Yeah, work from home for them. I'm at a point right now where I think it is time to grow up and open up our own e-commerce platform, which ironically, a lot of the haters were like, you need to grow up and just roll in your prices.
Grow up, shut your mouth, and do what you're told.
Yeah, grow up, shut your mouth, and do what you're told. And sorry, I'm an artist. That's not going to happen.
I have to add that on my 8-year journey with Etsy, man, I loved Etsy. I was Etsy's biggest cheerleader. And I have to say, I still love the Etsy community. I disagree with what's happening, but my heart still has heartstrings attached in those places.
It really does. It really does. And I think a lot of people misconstrued our videos for hating on Etsy. I just don't agree with the way that the company is being directed now, the direction that the company is going in. That being said, a lot of people are like, I'm not going to open up my Etsy store, or, I'm just closing down my Etsy store. And so that brings me to the next part, which is, so what are we going to do with our Etsy store? One thing that I've decided to do is that I am going to take all my original stuff off of there. I do have some items that are made to order, and that's pretty much what I'm going to keep on my shop, which means that it's going to reduce the item list down from 480 pieces down to maybe about 100 pieces. I am not going to be paying for any subscriptions. I am not going to be enrolling into the free shipping thing. That is not going to happen. But I do have certain customers that find me on Etsy that are repeat customers. So until there is zero traffic going to my Etsy shop, I'm going to utilize Etsy to communicate with those customers, let them know where I am, where my actual store is going to be. I'm going to use Etsy platform for advertising. Pretty much just use it as a platform to communicate with people that maybe wouldn't find my website otherwise.
Yeah, and a really similar thing is going to happen on my site, so I won't go over all those details again, but I'm going to need to pull my one-of-a-kind pieces of jewelry off of Etsy. I'm going to keep an eye over the next month and see what happens to my search ranking, having not toggled on the free shipping guarantee. And I'm going to do the same thing as Rafi. I'm going to say, if you want to see my full collection, please visit our website.
That is something that I suggest, that if you're going to utilize any of those platforms that are community-based platforms like Etsy, I do suggest that while you're using them, you are putting together your own site that you have complete control over, because then at that point you could start building your business and getting people to find you where you're at. And eventually, if you need to leave a platform or something happens where a platform closes down, then you're not left
out in the rain with sad violin music playing and
Yeah.
no umbrella.
Yeah, that's pretty sad.
That's a sad place to be.
We are our own people now. We have our own online presence that we have complete control over. We are utilizing our Etsy stores as a marketing platform because honestly, paying 20 cents per listing for every 3 months is a great marketing price. I'm not using any of their other marketing stuff, and I'm not offering any free shipping, but just having that out there in the interwebs, that's, why not? Why not?
Yes, and even the percentages and transaction fees, I certainly don't mind paying them for the foot traffic that's going to find me.
Yeah, paying thousands of dollars a month to make that our main business and have them host our pattern site, that's ridiculous.
That's
It's
what we're pulling away.
absolutely ridiculous. That's what we're pulling away from. Hopefully this gave you some insight into where we're thinking and which direction we're planning on heading, and if you could glean any ideas from what it is that we're doing. I'm hoping that this helped.
I'd like to add that I've always been my own person, not just now that we have our own e-commerce site. I'm my own person.
You're not your own person.
And I'm wearing big girl pants, and I do what I want.
And that's it, you guys. Hopefully this answered some questions for you. I am hoping to walk away from this subject. I am done talking about Etsy. I am looking forward to which horizons we're moving on to, and that's what I'm excited about.
We'll close that chapter. We're on to WooCommerce.
Yes. If you guys have any suggestions for anybody else on which platform to go on and just to start on, just go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. All the platforms that were mentioned, I do recommend. Man, and Etsy is such an easy platform to use. So as far as like getting your feet wet, it is a great platform to use. It just depends on where you decide to go from there. I would definitely still suggest Etsy as a stepping stone platform, but not somewhere to base your entire business on. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. You guys are absolutely amazing. I absolutely adore you. And if you like this and you want to watch more like this, or not really like this, but like this, you click right here to subscribe. And that's it. Say goodbye, Klee.
Good day.
Adios. Whoa, before we go, by the way, you guys, we are doing our YouTube live stream Saturday, July 27th at 7 p.m. Central. It'll be our live stream.
Hooray!
See you then. Adios. Again.